Welcome, brother. I'm going to give you a full 3-step comprehensive guide to transform every single area of your life and align with God's purpose. Now, only a few months back, I was in a state of being unfulfilled, borderline depression, because that's how I get when I'm not aligned with my purpose, and just unfulfilled, kind of just going through the motions, even stuck at 9 to 5s that I knew were not the long-term option, and I knew that God was calling me to more. So this is exactly what brought me to being fulfilled, to having that sense of purpose in everything that I do, confident that it's God's will, and it's turned me into the man that He's created me to be, although it's a never-ending journey. The best shape of my life, running a 5 to 10K per month business, and the measurables don't exactly matter, but what's truly impactful and what changed my life is the path that God has blessed me with and the impact that it's creating on others. So the very first step is to get into alignment. The easiest way to figure out what your purpose is just by asking God, right? I remember when I was stuck and had so many ideas of what to do, so many ideas of what God was actually telling me to do, and I didn't know which one to go all in on. And I'm the type of person to where if I don't feel like there's purpose or meaning or clarity behind what I do, I can't do anything. That's just how I am. So I found a mentor who broke down the concept of alignment, where it's simply getting out a piece of paper, which you could do right now, a pen and pad, and listing out your purpose, your passion, and skill. Now, the prompts that helped me was, for purpose, and knowing that, like, the major insight is that this is how you align your spirit, which is what God created and like why you're on this earth, right? It's a spiritual walk, and we're in a physical body, but to align with your soul as well, which is your passion, your mind, will, and emotions, and your skill, which is your body, because obviously it's a practical journey as well. But the way to do so and to channel those 3 forces that God all created into one direction is by first asking Him, what are you telling me to do? This gets you in alignment with your purpose, what your spirit is on earth to do. What am I passionate about? Which is, what your heart is going to be on fire for every single day, because that rules your mind, will, and emotions. So it makes it unreasonable to just carry that fire in what you do every solitary day. And your skills, which is what you're good at, so that you could, eventually literally pursue your purpose full time, because it's a tangible route, and like you just got to use what you're good at and be practical about it. So once you've gotten that down, and I want you to take a full day of just fasting and prayer to walk through this step and through this entire process, because the more in depth you go, the more you see this as, it's not about the of course hard work follows this, but this is the hardest work you'll do. No pressure, but it'll literally set the path forward so that you can align every aspect of your life. So don't hold back. Answer every question honestly. There's no right or wrong answer. And the more Holy Spirit led it is, the more you pray over it, the more powerful it will be and truly transform your life as soon as you get it done. So purpose, passions, and skills. And the second step is to literally knowing that, like, now that I'm in alignment, now that it's clear, right, there's no other reason for me to be alive. Like, I live and die for this. Like, getting that clear, that clarity makes it unreasonable for you not to go all in. So it's time to stop compromising. It's time to stop getting distracted, and you have full permission to cut everything off so that you could go into alignment. And like, typically what that looks like for me on a day-to-day basis is always God. So spending time with Him, gym, taking care of my health, getting into the best shape of my life, but also, grind, growing my business, posting content, documenting my journey every single day. So it's like, what else are you going to do realistically, bro? This is what immediately takes you from unclear on your purpose to clear on it, but you still have to do the work. I see so many men just praying for a miracle, praying for a clarity, but now that we're clear, he's not going to do the work for you. So that's on you. Take responsibility. So the way to make it clear and to know exactly what to operate on every single day is from your alignment. You want to set 5 goals over the next 3 to 6 months so that you're laser focused on the outcomes. And don't just, you want to go as in depth into your goals as you did for your alignment. That way it's clear, it's etched into your subconscious mind, and really feel what that brings out of life. Because it's not about what you achieve, and whether you hit your goals or not does not determine your success. It's about who you're becoming, and the direction that it provides you in alignment with those 3 powerful forces that we got clear on. So you just want to get them on paper, and that makes it so much easier to later on reverse engineer the steps to get there. So I'll tell you my goals, right? Why not hold myself accountable? So my goal is to go from 10K per month to 100K per month in my business. And my why isn't just to accumulate wealth, but I just know that there's so much impact that comes for that. I want to be a provider. I'm stepping into that role, taking initiative. And also, most of it, I don't need that money. I just want to be able to give back and bless others. So that's why it's so important to figure out your why behind what you do. And another tip I'll give you before revealing my next goals is you want to set input-based goals. Sure, cool, you want to hit 100K per month, but what does it take on a daily basis to get there? So in my goal, I would write, I must post 1 to 3 pieces of high quality content every single solitary day, provide value, stay authentic, go in depth with your goals so you can actually hit them and make it clear to yourself, right? Feel it, reverse engineer what it takes to get there. So once you've done that, right? So I did promise that I'd reveal the rest of my goals. So the second is to get into the best shape of my life. Right now, I'm 185, 15% body fat. I want to get shredded, lean, best shape of my life, because it's not about the vanity. It's about how I look and how I feel. I had a nice cardio session this morning, so I feel amazing. My skin looks clear, and I just want to be healthy. So I want to, either maintain 185 or even go up to 190 and be 10 to 12% body fat. Because why not? It's hard. It requires discipline. So why not? That's my why behind it. And 3, honestly, is to heal and embody biblical masculinity, because I know that that's what my future wife deserves. That's what my family deserves. And, we just got to model after a Christ-like character every single day. And then the 4th one, I believe, is a giving goal. Now, I want to keep my deeds private, so I'm not going to say the amount. But number 5 is, I got stuck. I was thinking, what is my 5th goal? I forgot that my first goal is getting closer to God and deepening my intimacy and relationship with Him. So making sure that the goal itself is just an hour a day with Him, prayer, and being in His Word. So that is how you paint the direction forward for your alignment. That way you're not just staring at a piece of paper, and you can take action every single day. So the next part of putting this into action and getting laser focused is a 4-step morning routine that gets you aligned with your mission and your goals every single day, because it all ties back to your alignment, what you're put on earth to do, and what you're passionate about regardless. So this primes your mind for success. It's a non-negotiable, not just because it's a productivity hack, but it literally gets you aligned with your mission. So for me, I wake up, you see on my IG stories, I'm doing my push-ups, I'm praying, being in the secret place first thing in the morning. I'm, drinking my green tea, hydrating, and then, reading my word, meditating on Proverbs or Psalms. Figure out what that is for you. It's tied directly to your 5 goals, so that you can prepare your mind, prime your mind to massive action, because right after are the 5 lever moving tasks that come from your goals, so that you know exactly what to do every single day. Like most people procrastinate. They fill their time with productivity just to feel like they're doing something, and or they're just avoiding because they don't know what to do. Like I've been there. You don't have clarity on what to do. But now that you have the 5 goals that are in depth, that bring you closer to your purpose, you have your 4-step morning routine and your 5 lever moving tasks that are going to move the needle every single day to get you closer to your goals, like you just have to do it, right? And the 3rd step, once you're focused, you're aligned with your purpose, you're executing every single solitary day, the growth is unimaginable, because it's like when I first got into alignment and lived it out, I could tell that I was living my dream life and exactly in line with where God wanted me to be from day one. So it really is an overnight phenomenon. And it's crazy how much of a spiritual walk and mental walk it is. Like the vessel will just follow wherever, right? And of course, you got to be getting closer to God every single day throughout it. Like this does not work if you're not in the secret place, if you're not seeking Him for yourself, if you're not, guided by the Spirit, it won't work. I've tried to do it in the flesh and I fell right after hitting my first 10K per month because it got to my head and the purpose was removed. So you can't make you can't have spirit things by the Spirit made by the flesh. It just doesn't work. So keep that in mind, because He's the one who will give us strength. And so the last part, the 3rd step, is promised, carries power, right? God is calling you to stop consuming and to start creating. So the most impactful thing you could do to, make that impact right away, to inspire others, especially other young men like us on this Christ-centered personal development walk, and to eventually make an income from this, to do this full time, literally how I did it, is to just document your journey. Like so there's a more in-depth system, and we'll probably cover that in another video, but to show your daily process using Instagram, using YouTube, like you see me doing every single day, is truly the way to inspire others and actually get there faster, right? I just started off posting content about, things that align with my message. So now that I have my alignment, it's so easy to figure out what my 3 pillars are. So I just post reels for fun around them based on messages that I'm currently learning or that just resonate with me, just taking what's already working in those pillars, and also just showing my daily life on my story. And it's crazy the amount of impact that it has. Like you're posting with intention because you're documenting your journey. You're not coming from a place of authority, of teaching. You're just showing your daily life, which I even see people copying my stories. Like that's how powerful it is. So just know, once you get results in any of those areas, and like the whole focus is to just, you're aligned with your purpose, you're walking it out every single day, the work is already done. You just have to show that and be your authentic self. Like the heavy lifting is already done. You don't have to worry about what to post about, because you're just being you and showing different parts of your journey every single day. And by the time you have results, let's say you make progress in the gym, let's say it could be anything. You overcome lust, you end up building a business, whatever is part of your specific path that we define beforehand, people are going to be bought in and invested to what you do, because you're not selling. Like I'm so against selling and being a guru. It's just starting a movement around what God is doing through your life so He could use you as a vessel, and you can open up the door to, sell products around it. Like, like a course, coaching, like one-on-one coaching, spending time with people one-on-one based on what God has already done in my life. Like they've seen the journey from A to B, and it already aligns with my skills and passions regardless. And it's part of the purpose that God told me. So all that put together is truly the way of life and how I've transformed every single area of my life, gotten the overflow, gotten the physique, which I'm still working on. Based on people I'm around, it's nothing compared to what they got, but it's a never-ending journey. That's the whole point. It's a journey of seeking purpose and potential. And like, yes, your life will get better, but this is the meaning of life that I found, of just seeking that every single day, of getting better, of glorifying God in our works, and just seeking purpose. So the process is the fulfilling part. It's the best part about it. You wake up excited to do everything. You know that it's getting you closer to God's will, that you're walking in it. And that's the true power in it, because he is here to help you out along the way, as long as you stay connected to the true vine, as John 15 says. So if you feel disconnected from your purpose, like you just relate to how I was a few months ago of, you're not financially stable, you are not in good shape, you're low energy, and you're just disconnected from your purpose, and you want to connect deeper and work with me in all those areas so that you could get into alignment, so that you could up level every area of your life as you move closer to your God-given purpose daily, for that accountability, and how to actually build your kingdom-centered personal brand, to document your journey, to pursue your purpose full time, to literally build the best version of yourself in Christ in public, then book a call below. I've left a link to my calendar. We could have a quick conversation, or just DM me, because I really want to connect with you and speak one-on-one with you. I'm really in this for the impact, and whether or not you decide to come work with me, I'm going to be chasing my purpose and documenting the journey, and that's the goal. That's where I want to get you as well. So God bless you. I hope you're enjoying the new channel. A lot more bangers upcoming, especially now that I got a mentor, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless you.